something that I tried to keep an eye on as my North Star was the performance, whether that was an electronic element or an organic element. There were plenty of times where I was recording one line of a vocal over and over again. And a lot of times it came down to a question for me of, okay, one of these might be more on pitch or might be clearer or have slightly better fidelity, but this is the take with real emotion, or this is the take where the character's coming through, or this is the take where the rhythm's right, even if the pitch isn't. Maybe sometimes the flow of the rhythm of it all is more important than the melody in that moment or what have you. And so I really wanted to think of each element of each track as in service of the song overall, which can be difficult to do when you're making up a song as it goes. But Jay Dilla and I think sampling in general is a really helpful comparison because I realize that it's oftentimes harder to replicate something than it is to just do it. You can read about what Jay Dilla did, and he was a real wizard at everything that he got into between sampling and rearranging elements and finding samples and arrangements. He's a great musician, but it's almost a disservice to read about his process and listen to his tracks and work backwards and think, oh gosh, how could anyone do that? Because the way that he did it was by following his own intuition at the time. So I think it was really helpful for me to think of my own intuition as something to follow and be willing to go with the scrappier vocal or the more distorted guitar take or redo something that I knew needed to be redone because it just wasn't fitting what I'd hoped the song would turn out to be.
Hello. Welcome to Like What You Like. I'm your host, Blake Carell. Today on the show, we have Jack Riedy talking about his new album, Raw Deal.